The pace lights are out here at Central Arizona Speedway for the USAC Southwest 30-lap main event. You got Stevie Sussex in the 12 on the point with the 34 AZ of Jake Swanson to his outside. Then it's the Magic Man Mike Martin and the number 16 inside row 2 with the Real American Matt Rossi to his outside. RJ Johnson, the 51, will be inside row 3. Brody Roa to his outside. Charles Davis Jr., Chris Bono make up row 4. Michael Curtis, Matt Lundy in row 5. Andy Reinbold, Tyler Most in row 6. Jonas Reynolds and Dalen Pereira in row number 7. Looking for the green flag at the cone. It's in the air. We're underway. 30 laps to distance here tonight for the USAC Southwest Sprint Car Series. And it's going to be Stevie Sussex taking the early lead off of turn number 2. He has gapped Jake Swanson and RJ Johnson as Matt Rossi and Charles Davis Jr. flank to each side of the 16 machine of the Magic Man Mike Martin, moving Martin outside the top 5. Stevie Sussex will lead lap number 1. Jake Swanson, though, reeling in that tail tank as they race into turn number 1. Six and Swanson both ripping the lip, along with the Real American Matt Rossi right now is in that 4th spot, but looking to go outside of RJ Johnson. He'll do just that as Johnson gets a little slowed up on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now it's going to be RJ Johnson and Matt Rossi side by side for the 3rd position as we got a battle up front side by side. Sussex to the top side, Swanson down low looking for the lead. Now Jake Swanson going to follow the tire tracks of Stevie Sussex through turns 3 and 4. Going to diamond off the corner off of 4. Try to pull up to the inside of that number 12 machine. Can't quite do it. Sussex continues to lead. Stevie Sussex with a good drive off of turn number 2, gets his way, pulls away from Swanson, and Matt Rossi does get by the 34 AZ of Jake Swanson as well, so move the Real American up to that 2nd spot. It's going to be Sussex, Rossi, Swanson, your top 3. Then it's RJ Johnson trying to hold off the charge from Charge and Charles Davis Jr. the inside. You got your 5-time USAC Southwest Series champion and RJ Johnson. Last year's USAC Southwest Series champion Charles Davis Jr. battle out for that 4th spot as Jake Swanson now looks to the inside of Matt Rossi, trying to throw the slide job off of turn number 2. He does. Rossi tries to come out with the crossover. Swanson slams the door on him off of 2. Swanson slammed that door shut on Matt Rossi. Now he's trying to reel in the 12 machine of Stevie Sussex as they work their way into turn number 1. It's Sussex, Swanson, Rossi, now your top 3. RJ Johnson by himself in 4th. Then it's Charles Davis Jr. and Brody Roa duking it out for that 5th spot. Right now it is Charles Davis Jr. in that 5th position by about 3 car lengths over Brody Roa as the battle is starting to heat up now for the top spot. Stevie Sussex has it. Jake Swanson wants it. Sussex with about 2 car lengths advantage going into turn number 3, but Jake Swanson reels him in at the apex of 3 and 4. Did he have anything for Stevie Sussex? He pulls him out of 1 car length now, throws the slide job into turn number 1. Can't quite complete it. Sussex drives away off of 2. Stevie Sussex breaks out to about an 8 car length advantage now over Jake Swanson and 34 AZ. This battle for the top spots allowing Matt Rossi and RJ Johnson to close in on their tail tanks. Stevie Sussex getting ready to put a couple of guys 1 lap down. You got the Hilo Warrior, Dalen Pereira, and the 21 in the USAC Southwest Series here tonight. Did not make it out for his heat race, getting lapped here in the main event. Sussex makes quick work of him. Jake Swanson going to try to follow suit off of turn number 4. He'll do just that. Now Jonas Reynolds in the 0 star, just ahead of the 12 machine of Stevie Sussex. He's going to give the race leaders the top side of the racetrack, and they will take it and get by the 0 star of Jonas Reynolds. As they do that, the battle is on now for that 3rd spot. Matt Rossi getting the hard charge from RJ Johnson with Dalen Pereira, the lap car right in front of Matt Rossi. Into turn number 1 they go. It's still Rossi hanging on to about 2 car length advantage over RJ Johnson, but he's getting a little bit slowed up by the 21 of Dalen Pereira as he's trying to work the top side. Pereira's trying to work his way around Jonas Reynolds. He makes a big move, moves Rossi up and off the racetrack off of 3. Matt Rossi off the racetrack from 3rd all the way to outside the top 10. He just now gets back on the racetrack going into turn number 1. RJ Johnson still can't quite clear the lap car of Pereira as Stevie Sussex got slowed up just a smidge by the 3 machine of Tyler Most. As your race leaders work their way through turns 1 and 2. It is going to come down to Stevie Sussex or Jake Swanson right now, as Swanson now just clears the 3 machine of Tyler Most. It took Jake Swanson a while to get past the 3 of Tyler Most. Stevie Sussex had a lot better luck, and he's able to drive away as they work their way off of turn number 2. Going to see the cross flags in the air this time by, because we are halfway home in tonight's 30-lap main event. 15 down, 15 to go. It's Sussex, Swanson your top 2. Then it's R.J. Johnson in 3rd. Davis is 4th. Brody Roa is 5th. Mike Martin is 6th. Andy Reinbold 7th. Michael Curtis 8th. 9th goes to Matt Lundy. Matt Rossi inside the top 10. Field right now kind of scattered out just a bit as the leaders work their way through lap traffic. One car goes off the racetrack off of 4. That's Matt Lundy. He'll come back on going into turn number 1. So Matt Lundy falls out of the top 10. But the battle's starting to heat up now for that top spot. Stevie Sussex, he has about a 3-car length advantage right now. Now 2-car lengths as Swanson has a good run off of turn number 2. Closes the door right up on the tail tank of Sussex. Stevie Sussex trying to hang on, turn his luck around here this year in that Robbie Allen-owned machine, that number 12 car. Jake Swanson always so fast when he gets behind that Team AZ, 34 AZ, a team that Stevie Sussex once ran for in the USAC Southwest Series. Here they are duking out for this top spot, and they have a lot of cushion because R.J. Johnson is still trying to clear Tyler Most. He is a half a lap behind your race leaders as Swanson goes to the top side of Sussex. Stevie Sussex, though, slams the door as they work off of turn number 4. Swanson almost lost it. That right rear tire ripped the cush. Right now, starting to smell the rubber here at Central Arizona Speedway. Can these right rears hang on with 10 laps to go? That's going to be the question here tonight for your race leaders, as looks like Mike Martin's right rear cannot hang on. He is slow off of turn number 4. The yellow flag will fly for the Magic Man, Mike Martin. So getting ready to come to the restart here. The lights are out. Stevie Sussex, your race leader, and the number 12 machine with Jake Swanson behind him in the 34 AZ. Then it's the lap car, the 3 of Tyler Most. R.J. Johnson, the 51 is 4th. The 50 of Charge and Charles Davis Jr. sits 4th right now, 5th in line. And then Brody Rowe rounds out your top 5. Getting ready for the green flag. 10 laps to go here at Central Arizona Speedway. And Stevie Sussex continues to lead this race off of turn number 2. R.J. Johnson, Charles Davis, and Brody Roa decided there was no time to waste. They worked around the number 3 machine of Swanson and Sussex side by side off of turn number 4. They almost made contact. They continue to go side by side. Sussex continues to show the way. Stevie Sussex just ran his best lap before the caution came out at lap 19, a 16.581. Jake Swanson in his best lap at lap 17, a 16.421. So that shows you the times these two leaders are running. Right now it's Sussex out front by about a car length over Jake Swanson, but R.J. Johnson, Charles Davis, Brody Roa, the rest of the top 5 is trying to make this a battle as they have pulled away from Andy Reinbold and the rest of the field. It will be Sussex leading off of 4. Jake Swanson trying to dart up to the top side. Doesn't have anything for him. Had a little bit of a wiggle that time through turns 1 and 2. Allowed Steven to make that gap go from 2 car lengths to 5 car lengths. But Jake Swanson so good through turns 3 and 4. But you see some smoke starting to come off that right rear tire now of the 34 AZ of Swanson. He is letting her rip, giving it all she has. Going to pull up once again to the tail tank of the 12 machine of Sussex. Sussex able to hold off Swanson. Swanson, though, like I said, so good through turns 3 and 4. Now about a half a car length behind Sussex as they work through to turn number 1. It's Swanson up top, but Sussex drives away off of turn number 2. Stevie Sussex just ran his best lap on lap 25, a 16.571, but the right rear's gone on Stevie's car. Stevie Sussex on the front straightaway, right rear is flat. Yellow flag is out. So Stevie Sussex does make it back out. He'll join Mike Martin at the tail end of the field with 5 laps to go. Here's how it sits. It's Jake Swanson in first, R.J. Johnson in second, Charles Davis Jr. in third, Brody Roa, Andy Reinbold, your top 5. Looking for the green flag at the cone. 5 laps left. Who has been saving their right rears? We're about to find out here at Central Arizona Speedway as the green flag is back out. And it's going to be Jake Swanson pulling out about a 3 car length advantage over R.J. Johnson off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway they go. Jake Swanson going to ease that car off of turn number 4, your race leader. As we got another one flat, Charles Davis Jr., the man who was running in the third spot, his right rear goes flat. So we did not get a lap in that last restart. It's still 5 to go with Jake Swanson, your race leader, RJ Johnson in second. Now it's Brody Roa in third, Andy Reinbold fourth, Matt Rossi fifth, Chris Bono sixth. Man with a fresh right rubber, Mike Martin sits in seventh. Whose right rear tire can hang on? Green flag back in the air, 5 laps to go at Central Arizona Speedway. And it's going to be Jake Swanson and RJ Johnson pulling out to the early advantage over Brody Roa as Matt Rossi now starting to make some moves back in the pack along with Stevie Sussex. Stevie Sussex coming back from that yellow flag earlier on, trying to race his way into the top 5. He's looking at the outside of Matt Rossi. Sussex into the top 5, pulls right to the tail, take of Andy Reinbold, can't do anything with him. Trying to have a strong run though off of turn number 2. Look to dive his nose down the inside, now he's going to go top shelf on Reinbold. Reinbold though, kind of using that middle lane, blocking his traffic as Jake Swanson pulls out in front of the field by about 8 car lengths over RJ Johnson and still pulling away for turn number 2. It's Swanson right now, so the catbird seat, but the right rear just went out on Swanson's car. And so is RJ Johnson, his right rear is gone. Brody Roa slow, looks like his is still up. Yellow flag though will fly. And your leaders right now sitting with right rear flats. RJ limping back into the pits. Jake Swanson having to get the push truck. So the lights go out once again with 3 laps to go. Brody Roa has inherited the race lead after Jake Swanson and RJ Johnson brought out the yellow flag with both right rear flats. Both those drivers back on track. Andy Reinbold second. Stevie Sussex is third. Matt Rossi fourth. Chris Bono fifth. Looking for the green flag. 3 laps to go. Can Brody Roa hang on? And it might not matter if Brody Roa can hang on or not because Stevie Sussex is driving like a man on a mission since bringing up the yellow flag earlier on. He pulls right up to the tail, taking Roa into turn number 4, trying to go top side on the 91 R machine of Roa as they work off of turn number 4. It's still Roa leading with 2 laps left. Brody Roa out front, your race leader, but not for long because here goes Stevie Sussex. See the outside. He'll take the race lead off of turn number 2 into 3. Stevie Sussex fighting back from a right rear flat with 5 laps to go, gets the white flag. One more time around Central Arizona Speedway, and Stevie Sussex in the Robbie Alleno number 12 ABC Body Shop PBG Hot Rod off of turn number 4. He will win tonight's main event. Brody Roa comes home in second, Charles Davis Jr. third, fourth Matt Rossi, and fifth at the line went to RJ Johnson.
All righty, folks, give it up for your winner, Steve Sussex Jr.
Gotta wait for Grandma. A little picture. Hold on.
We rolling?
Did they interview?
It's off. Just walking off.
Okay.